Hi everyone, what is going on? My name is Jamie Palmer and welcome to another episode with the Binary Destroyer 7.0. Now I will not be doing any live trading for you today. Since I made my last video yesterday, my house has pretty much fallen apart on me. I've got no internet and I've got no hot water. My boiler has broken, so I haven't had a wash in 48 hours and I can't do any live trading because I've got no internet. I'm basically streaming off or hotspotting off my phone at the minute, so I don't exactly want to be trading and run out of internet because that would be a big no-no. So I thought in today's video I'll just show you how well the Binary Destroyer has performed and show you some of the setups, what would I take, where would be my stop loss, everything like that. Now typically when you don't trade, the Binary Destroyer has an awesome day, and I don't know what it has happened for the past 2 weeks, whether I changed some of the settings or the Binary Destroyer has just decided to wake up, but the results have been phenomenal. It seems to be every single day you get one currency pair that just outperforms all the others, and today it is the turn of USD Chef. Okay, I don't know what's happened with this, but look at these setups for today, right? Pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back-to-back winners on USD Chef. Okay, now we'll just break each setup down, where I set my stop loss, where I set my take profit. So if you know me, I set my stop loss above the high. So stop loss would have gone there, stop loss would have gone there, stop loss would have gone there, stop loss would have gone below the low there, and a stop loss below the low there. Now, I tend to go for either 5 pips take profit or 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. The reason why I go for 5 pips is because I know my numbers with these settings, with this strategy. I've simulated, back tested. I know 5 pips majority of the time get filled, get hit. It's just a kind of round number that I know if I take trades against the trend, with the trend, they get hit. The only time I will not use a 5 pips is when I'm going for something a little bit higher, maybe a 1-to-1, 1-to-2 risk reward ratio. If that's the case, I will only do that if I get signals around support and resistance, around diversions or trades with the trend. So if we get any of these setups, I will show you the difference between 5 pips and going for more. Okay, now this particular setup here, okay, stop loss above the high, so of around 8 pips. Let's say we go for a 10 pip stop loss. This I probably would have gone for 10 pips take profit, so that got filled. These 3 setups here are set up, well, especially these 2 here are setups that I would go for more than 5 pips. The reason being is because I can see a nice resistance area at the top. Okay, if I just zoom in, okay, in fact that's a terrible example of a support area. Let me just shapes here. Okay, there we go. So if I just draw this like here, okay, you can see, okay, this nice area of resistance at the top, and this is what I tend to go for if I'm going for more pips. You can see this rejection wick there, and you can see this rejection wick there. So I use this kind of technical analysis to go for more pips. So the way I take these trades is stop loss above the high. That's around 6 pips. So if I'm going for a 6 pip stop loss, I'm going for a minimum 1-to-2, so around a 12 pip take profit. I probably might have squeezed maybe 15 pips. This trade went 21 pips, so easily got filled. Again, with this setup here, stop loss above the high, let's say 10 pips. If I'm going for 10 pips, I would probably go for a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, so around a 10 pip take profit. This trade easily went 46 pips, so that one is a nice trade. This one here, this trade here, I'd probably go for 5 pips, and I'd probably go for 5 pips as well here. I don't see any kind of support area around here. So both of these trades, this one went 5 pips. This trade here clearly went 5 pips as well. This trade is still going. This trade's going now, still sitting at 34 pips. So nice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back-to-back setups. Obviously this one would have gone for 5 pips, these for 5 pips, and I would have squeezed more out of these setups. Let's have a look at GP CAD. Okay, GP CAD, really nice sell at the top here. Again, I would have gone for maybe 5 pip take profit with this one. Easily, I mean, that trade is, you know, if you're holding this trade out, you'd be sitting at almost 220 pips with this. I personally would have gone for 5 pips in and out. These trades here, let me just see if these trade. This one here would have gone 5 pips. That actually went 11 pips. This trade here clearly won. That went 58 pips. Now, you see the difference between going for more pips and 5 pips. Because I go for 5 pips, all of these setups, whether they're with the trend or against the trend, hit my 5 pip take profit, and that's the difference. They get filled, they get hit, and these 3 setups here are all winners for me. Like I said, the only time I will go for more than 5 pips is if I see a support and resistance line or some kind of extra confirmation from price action for me to go for more. Let's have a look at EUR/USD. Okay, EUR/USD, let me just move this here. Okay, so we had a nice sell at the top here. This is a really nice sell. Okay, in fact, that one went 5 pips, so that one would have won. You could have maybe squeezed more out of that trade, but my only concern would be this candlestick here, because if you were setting a stop loss above the high, which would be here, okay, I mean, I would have hit my 5 pips. If you're going for more, the price then went against you, you maybe would have got took out. But, you know, it's one of them, whether you're going for 5 pips or more. This trade here definitely hit 5 pips. You can see here, okay, this trade's against the trend. You can see that, okay. Did this trade hit 5 pips? Yes, obviously, yeah, you can see here that trade easily hit 5 pips. It hit 12 pips. So stop loss above the low there. So I probably would have gone for, yeah, I probably would have gone for 10 pip stop loss, 5 tip take profit. Easily got filled, 11 pips there. So that's been good. Let's have a look at USD/JPY. Okay, we got a nice sell on USD/JPY. Again, stop loss above the high here. So with this setup, again, stop loss above the high, targeting 5 pips. Did this hit 5 pips? Easily. I mean, it hit 7 pips. So yes, that got filled. And my final currency pair, AUD/USD. Okay, let me just move this out the way. Okay, so we've actually got 2 nice setups here. Okay, it seems to be, I mean, every single setup that I've done, we've only had 1 loss, I think it is. See, it typically happens, you know, I don't do any trading and every single setup seems to be a beautiful one. This here, okay, again, stop loss below. In fact, no, let me just zoom in on this one because this might be a loss. Let me just have a quick look. Okay, we've actually got, okay, well, this is a nice winner. Again, stop loss below the low. Let's say 10 pip stop loss, 5 pip take profit. Yes, this went 7 pips. This trade here, though, interesting. Okay, I probably, see, you would have entered on this candle here. And yeah, I mean, this trade probably, let me just have a quick look. Yeah, you see, so this trade, if you had a 10 pip stop loss like I would have done, this trade actually lost. So you would have instantly gone 3 pips into profit and then price just went below you. Okay, the price actually went back down to 16 pips before reversing and going back into the money. If I had a 10 pip stop loss there, I would have lost that one. So that's a loss for me. That's a winner for me. And this setup at the top here, a nice winner. I mean, again, you know, stop loss above the high, let's say 10 pips, 5 pips take profit. Yes, easily. That trade went 11 pips. So nice winner. That's a loss. That one's a winner. And everyone, that's today's, what's happened to my webcam? It decided it's going to move. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, another successful day on the charts. I probably won't be doing any more live trading say that again. I will not be doing any more live trading for the rest of the week, mainly because I don't know how long I've got no internet for. I'm like living in a caveman period at the time. I've got no water, no showers, nothing. So yeah, I will probably take a break from the charts, catch up with some training, some webinars with the BD members. So yes, have a fab, awesome trading week. If you don't see me this week, you'll certainly see me next week for some more live trading. Have an awesome trading week. Have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.